I'm Denella Ri'chard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Woo. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world. This week, I'm in Boston, affectionately known as the Hub or Beantown. When you think about Boston, you probably think about history. But this world-class modern city is leading the way in innovation, diversity, and the food scene is the fire. So come along with me to experience Boston. Right now I'm at Fenway Park and I'm about to check out the Boston Red Sox who are playing the Minnesota Twins. This is nice. We're in the MGM Resorts International Suite, getting ready to enjoy the Red Sox versus the Minnesota Twins. And I'm loving it, because we got popcorn and a lot of good ballpark snacks.
Hey Red Sox Nation, Ron Abel, Executive Chef at Fenway Park, and I'm about to show you guys our spring spread. So a lot of local vegetables, asparagus, peas, fava beans, ramps, fiddleheads. We have radishes, all stuff that will be growing on our rooftop farm 400 feet away from where we are right now. All right, Denella, it's the moment of truth. You have to try the lobster roll and let me know what you think.
That doesn't take much convincing.
All right.
I love the lobster roll.
Oh, listen to that crunch of the crunchy griddled bread.
This is delicious. I'm probably making a mess.
No, you did it perfect. That was awesome.
So good, Chef. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Hi, Denella. Welcome to Roxbury, the epicenter of Black culture since the 1960s. This is our first stop on the tour. This is the Roxbury love story mural that was created by Rob Pro-Black Gibbs and Yanato Ortega. This is really a really important mural for us because Dr. Martin Luther King spent a lot of time in Roxbury. He graduated from Boston University, spent time in Roxbury South End, and actually preached in the space that we are right now. This is a place where Coretta Scott King actually sang in the choir. She actually went to the Newland Conservatory in the South End as well. And so they say that this is where, you know, they actually met at 12th Baptist Church.
Wow.
So right here in Roxbury.
Where Dr. King got his voice and found his love.
That's right, absolutely. And so It's such an important mural to be able to show on the tour because I think a lot of people don't realize how important Martin Luther King's legacy is to the Roxbury area. So here we are at the Faces of Dudley mural. It is the mural that encapsulates the history of Roxbury and Nubian Square. So on the first part, we have Mei Mei, who was a huge figure when we talk about taking care of mothers and children. We have the Bowling Center here too, that talks about Bruce Bowling and his family, which is a huge political black family within the city of Boston. We have the Banner here, which is a neighborhood newspaper that was started in 1965. This is really what we're talking about black culture is really important here. So we have Dr. Elmer Lewis here, who is big into the arts and culture within the area. And last but not least, we have Malcolm Little, who became Malcolm X. You know, really loved this area and really had his maturation here from becoming a young man into the activist that he eventually became to change the world. So,
Wow.
So welcome to Frugal Books. This is the only black-owned bookstore in Boston. And so I bring people on the tour to like make sure that I support this local business because I think that representation when we're talking about literature is super important.
Daniel Berger Jones took me on the innovation tour at MIT. The tour offers an insightful experience into the university's cutting-edge research, technology, as well as where the future of artificial intelligence is headed, and it's mind-blowing.
Hey, Denella, welcome to Boston. We're actually in Cambridge right now. I'm going to try and take you along the innovation trail. For me, this is the best tour that there is in Boston because it's all the most mind-blowing stuff that's happening right now. Like, we're known for our history in this town. This is the stuff that will be in the history books in 100 years from now.
I have heard this is so cool, so let's get going because I'm ready.
The tour also showcases MIT's commitment to fostering innovation and provides a glimpse into the institution's impact on various fields. Next time you're in Boston, check out the innovation tour at MIT. Boston's only tour with a big splash, the Boston Duck Tours. You'll learn about Boston's storied past and future, cruising by unique neighborhoods and historical landmarks that make Boston the birthplace of freedom. I had a blast. I even got a chance to drive the duck boat. Maury, I'm so excited to be here in Boston, and I was told about the Embrace Monument and that I had to stop by here. So can you tell me the story about the Embrace?
Well, I'm so glad you're at Boston in our city. Welcome back home. The Embrace sits in Boston Common, which is America's oldest public park. And it really memorializes not only Dr. and Coretta Scott King, but 69 other civil rights leaders who served in Boston during the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So many people don't know that the Kings actually met in Boston. I think if you ask the average person,
Did not know that.
they probably thought they were from Atlanta,
Yeah.
but they met here. And they were both college students. They fell in love, and they really thought about and derived the movement from our city. And so we're happy that we got to memorialize their impact, not only to Boston, but to the world.
So why do you think it's important that people come here and see and experience this beautiful monument?
You know, in the middle of the pandemic, there was a racial reckoning, right? And I would argue that there's 4 cities that tell the story of America. Boston, Philadelphia, New York, and Washington, D.C. And so as Boston is wrestling with the aftermath of the racial reckoning of 2020 and really telling a different story about itself, a more inclusive story, and a story that includes Black leaders, I think as one of America's storytelling cities, it gives America permission to tell a different story about itself. And so as people come to Boston to learn about the Boston Tea Party and Paul Revere's Ride and Crispus Attucks, you know, the first martyr, a Black man, the first martyr of the American Revolution, we hope they hear a more comprehensive and inclusive story about America, a story that includes Black folks, Indigenous folks, Asians, people of Jewish origins, an inclusive story about America. And so that's why it's important that the Embrace is here.
Right now, I'm down at the wharf about to check out the New England Aquarium, and I hear that there are some pretty cool penguins in here.
Hi Denella, welcome to the New England Aquarium. We're so excited to have you with us today. We actually have a new African penguin chick. He's 28 days old today, so you're gonna get to be a part of its weigh-in. People come to the New England Aquarium for our penguins and our sea lions and our harbor seals, but I'm a little bit biased that I think that the penguins are probably the biggest draw.
I think so too. And I get to see its weigh-in today?
Yep, you're gonna get to be a part of us weighing it. We weigh it every other day to make sure it's growing and it's nice and healthy, and so you're gonna get to be a part of that with us today.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right, let's go.
All right.
This is our African penguin chick. It's currently 28 days old, and we're about to do its weigh-in for today.
Oh, so sweet. Hi. Are you ready for your weigh-in? Say yes, yes, yes. See, he's ready to go. Situated in the bustling center of Boston's financial district, the Hyatt Centric Faneuil Hall provides stylish and cozy accommodations that perfectly embody the city's vibrant energy. This luxurious hotel caters to the modern traveler, featuring top-tier amenities for a refined experience.
Welcome, Denella. Here we are in the ICA exhibition galleries. Whenever you visit the ICA, you'll discover new, exciting contemporary artists. Our exhibitions are always changing. What we have on view today is a really extensive survey of the artist Simone Lee. Simone Lee is one of the most important sculptors and artists working today, and recently was actually named to the Time 100 Most Influential list, selected by Venus Williams.
Wow. When I look at this piece, it just screams femininity.
You're so right, Denella, because in fact, the forms of women's bodies, the ideas associated with women's labor, those are ideas that you're going to see throughout this exhibition.
Denella.
Hello, Jackie.
Good to see you. I'm so excited you're here. I can't wait to share Chinatown with you.
I can't wait to experience it. Let's go.
I know it's the lights are on, and I thought you might be home. I wasn't sure.
So I want to show you this bakery. They have a lot of traditional kind of Chinese pastries as well as some newer styles of pastries. You can see these beautiful cakes in the window. This is a fan favorite. Everyone loves these. It's instead of a heavy French buttercream, lightly sweetened whipped cream for frosting, slices of fresh mango inside. Really delicious. But
Looks
I want to get
delicious,
you
sounds delicious.
some little egg custard tarts.
Oh, let's do it. I'm in South Boston, and I'm headed to dumpling class with Irene at Mei Mei Dumplings.
Denella, welcome to Mei Mei Dumpling Factory and Dumpling Class. Today we're going to be making our signature cheddar scallion potato dumplings, my personal favorite.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
So to get started, we are going to use some store-bought dumpling wrappers. These are what I used all through childhood growing up.
All right.
For the factory, we make them from scratch, but when we teach classes, and we teach about 6 or 8 a week, we love to use the store-bought ones so that we can focus on shapes. Have you ever made dumplings before?
No.
Okay.
This is the first.
Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad. So what we're gonna do This is the humble half moon shape. You know, it's like the empanada, the classic pierogi, but I always like to say, if you're just focusing on making as many as you can, volume production, you don't need to learn any other shapes. This is it.
This is it. We did the belly button,
The belly button, that's what I like to call
belly
it.
button,
Yep.
triangle,
Triangle.
and pleated.
And pleated dumpling.
Wow. All right.
All right, here we
go.
go.
Ooh.
My name's Haley Fortier. I'm the owner of Natalie Wine Bar. We opened in 2018 in the Fenway area, and Natalie Wine Bar is named after my grandmother. So we focus on female-made wines here, small production, and we open everything by the half bottle so that you can enjoy it and taste your way through the menu.
Just steps away from Copley Square in Boston's Back Bay neighborhood is Contessa, the ultimate destination for fine Italian dining, located on the rooftop of the luxurious Newbury Hotel. Whether you're looking for a romantic dinner, a business meeting, or a special occasion, Contessa will make your experience unforgettable. Live music, mouth-watering dishes, and a welcoming vibe. Daryl's Corner Bar and Kitchen is where you'll find the ultimate expression of soul and spice. This close to the Atlantic, you can't help but partake in fresh seafood. And where better than America's oldest restaurant, best known for their freshly shucked oysters. I had to go for one of my favorites, the signature clam chowder. So as you can see, this is John F. Kennedy's favorite booth when he dined here. This is pretty cool to be a part of American history. Right now, I'm headed to the Museum of African American History. It's located on Beacon Hill. This is the area that was home to a prosperous African American community in the 19th century. The museum is located steps away from the Massachusetts State House. Here, you'll discover important stories of African Americans who changed the course of American history in the 18th and 19th centuries. Connect to inspiring, authentic representations of African American life during this period in a unique place where Black communities organize and advance the cause of freedom. I've had an amazing time here in Boston. This waterfront city has so much to offer. I love the diversity of the people, the neighborhoods, and the food. About the food, I think I've gained 5 pounds. With that said, it's time for me to go. I'm off to my next destination, and they better have a treadmill.
Travel the world with Denella Ri'chard. Travel the world with Denella Ri'chard. Travel the world with Denella Ri'chard. Travel the world with Denella.